Hello everybody, welcome back to Doggo Card Reviews. We are finally here with our last but not least a section of our Day I Became a God set review.
Kyoko Best Girl.
Yoko Best Girl.
Yes.
Low-key first? No, what's funny is I saw someone report some tournament results where this title got first. And the person just wrote it as God show with a name that's too long. I'm like, what?
No.
I mean, like, even if you look up, like, a Japanese name, it's not that long, right?
It's basic kanji that, like, a first grader knows, man.
Right, but I mean, if you try to write this out in, in Romaji, because, people that speak English do not know kanji, it's still not that long. So I was kind of wondering,
No.
wait, are we talking about the same God show? Doesn't go like it.
Maybe they're talking about maybe they're talking about the guy who's literally an otaku and has to make like 500 girls fall in love with him. Maybe that show from like a decade ago.
Well, I'm talking Weiss Schwarz results, and this person also posted like a picture from the source material associated with that title, and it was a picture of Hina.
Then they're talking about this. Then they're talking about this set, man.
Which I go, the name's not that long.
No, it's not. Even in English.
Or even Romaji. Anyway, we'll just go ahead. We'll proceed. We're going to see some returning faces. So we begin with none other than Angel Following Day Hikari Jinguji 001,000. Although when placed from hand, you may pay a cost of A1, put one summer character from your waiting room to the bottom of your cook to salvage a summer character from your waiting room. And when this card becomes reversed, you can top card your deck. If that card is a level 1 or higher card, you may put this card to your stock.
What? My initial reaction, what?
Right. Hey. So, okay, we see we see some similarities, but also like quite some changes. So, they're still trying to toy around with this like new Akane, that we saw in more recent products.
Yo, dog, this can go stock positive. What? That's ridiculous.
Right, because typically these profiles are meant to just simply go stock neutral to give you a cantrip.
But at the same time, yo, dog, this is stock positive, and man, cantripping for 1 damage, I'll take that all fucking day.
Yeah, that's pretty strong. And besides the possible refund, or rather the positive stock gain, I should say, this salvages instead of searching your deck like we've seen with the previous versions.
Again, that is a pretty big nerf, actually, considering how early Hikari comes down, so...
It's a nerf in that sense, and also the nerf in that, you're, depending on like how smart your waiting room is, you're already like limited to a lot of options as it stands. You're also forced to put one of those options as damage.
Right. You can't just be like, oh, let me eat the event as damage. Eat an event as damage,
Right. That is a problem.
Like, again, if this were any other show, we would be screaming, what?
Right. Now, the fact that you do play a lot of events means that, chances are they're hitting your waiting room pretty early because, they're not useful at level 0.
Right. So, of course, this card is not as broken as one might think.
Right. But it's still usable. Don't get us wrong.
Oh, it's still really good. It's just more of, this is not like, oh my god, broken.
No.
When you compare it to other sets, let's say, even a Nijisaki, where we first saw this, yeah, I'd have to say Kasumi is better than Hikari here.
Despite Kasumi being like a vanilla version.
Yeah, even though Kasumi is literally just a vanilla, or Nightmare Queen, Jesus Christ.
Like, those are both effectively vanilla versions.
Right, but I would say they're better than Hikari because of the fact that Number one, they tutor from your deck instead.
Which early on, you have more deck than you have waiting room. In general,
Right,
I will hope.
Ask Soul Sleeper, man.
What turn 2 is down to like 15 cards in deck.
Turn 2, refreshing already.
What?
Don't ask me, man. Turn 2, he already refreshed.
That far?
Yeah, the guy refreshes the fucking same speed as TP does, man.
Oh lord.
Oh lord.
And we got TP refresh fast.
I mean, it's just like, yo, dog. He's like, I take a level of refresh every game. Gee, I wonder why you lost. Like, but regardless, though, honestly speaking,
So basically, never give this guy fate, right?
yes. Well, not pre-ban fate, of course.
Right. I mean,
Post-ban, okay, it's fair enough.
or even giving him the English version.
Dear God, no.
Like, sure, you don't have Night Patrol, but heroic is still there in 4 copies with all your other shenanigans. Well, of course, you don't get good French trio, but all pop bar, right?
I mean, if you ask a certain sect of people, they will say Fate is the best deck in English, by far. And I'm going,
You could argue, just because Fate does do things that just kind of says, F the game mechanics, right?
I would argue Fate as a top 5, but to say it's the best deck?
Fate. Well, again, you're right. It depends on who you ask. Context matters.
Right, context
In
really does matter.
certain contexts, yes, Fate will beat out everyone else.
But in other contexts, Fate won't beat out everybody else. There are responses to Fate. Now, of course, back to Hikari here. I like the fact that this triggers on level 1 or higher card. Like, if this was the tutoring version, oh god. What? Oh god.
It's more of, I probably can't imagine it having that clause if it was, or this would be like, I don't know, 500 power?
Dude, this card would be like, dude, if this was a tutoring version of 500, who cares?
True.
That'd be even better because it's even easier to ram in.
You're right.
Like, bro, that's a buff. What you just proposed is a buff.
But like we sometimes say, Bruce Willis is single play your own game.
I don't think Bushy plays the ring game, to be honest. I don't know, man.
Some of the people over there clearly play their game. Otherwise, we wouldn't be giving this set the praise we've been giving it overall.
Oh, of course. But at the same time, oh, in terms of limited, honestly speaking, Hikari's not that good in limited because
no, you're running like what 40% zeros minimum.
Your grave's gonna be teeny, dude.
And that like you just won't really do much of anything. Like, you prefer having bulk if you could afford it.
Right. I would play the 0035 Hina that we saw in red. I'd play that over Hikari over here. Actually,
I don't blame you because the 3500 is probably gonna like unironically push you harder than this thing.
Now Hikari is a cantrip, fair enough, but Hina's probably gonna last 2 to 3 turns, which turns her into a natural +1 or 2 versus Hikari's cantrip at best.
Right.
Is Hikari gonna kill anything? No, she isn't.
No.
So, if you look at Kami-sama lists, you will see this at 4. And I'm going, I understand why, but I'm going. I noticed a lot of Weiss players literally play pretty much most sets pretty much identically. Like, a lot of people put staple profiles from set to set without thinking about context. And I think a lot of people make the same mistake with Hikari as they did with the Hina Kaede runner. I think a lot of people make that same mistake because I'm going when when I read the card, I was thinking, yeah, Hikari's amazing. I'm gonna easily give this the playable plus. The Sparkle Doge, let's go.
But then
But
you
now that
go, in context, like, okay, what does this really help me with?
what does this really help me with? Like,
Well,
do I
the,
want
the only benefit that I see to her, honestly speaking, is the fact that she could give you extra stock to allow you to play your events in more comfort.
right, right. Though Hikari isn't like Hikari isn't gonna hurt your hand size. She's a cantrip, which cantrips are hard to come by, without comboing or high costs.
Right, there's a
And
reason
Hikari
why
is
level
neither.
0 and level 1 matter for titles.
So, oof, boy, it's kind of this is it's probably controversial. Like, oh man, I can't be as nice to Hikari as I thought I would be, originally speaking, because
I really don't blame you because, one, the lower power is a problem as it stands, and, this tower's already not known for having bulk in general. And number two is just more of the fact that this is a salvage type, you know, really
makes it
makes the argument like hard to buy. Like again, like the main reason, like it's only like two real reasons to run it. One, to keep hand size up, and two, the fact that this could go stock positive while doing so.
like the cantrip is going to be pretty negligible quality unless you purposely pitch something.
Or,
Unless you
or
purposely
rather
pitch
you
something.
or rather you just use it to simply like get back something that you lost the turn before.
Okay, fair enough. I thought, I honestly would have made this much more unique and much more usable in this set specifically is if they salvaged an event. Any event of your choice.
Would be nice, but then that would also kind of lead into a bad precedent.
True, it would.
Like
Well,
if they
again,
did that, it would probably be like a specific event. But the problem is, lore wise, Hikari doesn't really like in the three cards we've seen prior to this, there was pretty much no event that really interacts with her specifically.
no, it doesn't. So this one's hard to rate, dude. This one's really hard. Like
Oh.
if you look at a lot of god lists, you will see 3 to 4 of this and 4 of the Kaede almost every time.
Like, okay, I wish with Hikari, I don't blame him because, like you said before, characters before level 1 are just hard to come by in general.
But Kaede, like we discussed in Red,
Like there's a reason why the card, like, there's a reason why we chose not to include the darn card, and instead mention it more in passing.
well, we talked about it as if we had a slide for it, but we didn't even bother including the slide for it because, honestly speaking,
Like FR, right?
in this particular set, Kaede is actually terrible. I hate to say it, but Kaede is actually kind of just terrible.
The thing that I'll give Hikari, like, the benefit of is the fact that with combination with cards like Horrifying Haunted House Kako, you get to tri-lane with fewer repercussions.
Right, but honestly speaking, though, Hikari is still a pretty good card. I'm gonna get this to playable.
Yeah, this is a solid card. I will agree here. It's one of those that it's part of your. She promotes like what you want to do in this title. Go unga bunga as soon as possible.
But she is not the end all be all.
No, like the real card, the real MVP at level 0 is really Horrifying Haunted House Kako.
Yo, dog, nobody plays that card.
And I'm going like, what? Are y'all even trying against stock before level 1?
No.
So
Again, a lot of
we're
people.
just going to sit here on your 3500 runner, you're just double laning, and you're at 2 stock until level 1.
You have to remember, man. A lot of godless are copying Japan, and what does Japan do? Sleep.
Right, there's a reason why we say most Japanese games that do end up on video are pretty boring to watch.
I'm just going, yo, dog. Japan is the epitome of Shaq sleeping me, man.
So which reaches real shit?
Wake me up when it reaches real shit, man.
Okay.
All right, next card.
Yeah.
Okay, Fighting Day, Kako. 3, 2, 9K. Okay. If you have 2 or less, she gets -1 level in hand. This card gains 1,000 for each of your opponent's guys in their back row. And auto, when this enters the battlefield, you may pay the cost of 1. You may tutor for 1 Fighting Day Kako, aka this card, and put it onto any board. Any slot on the board.
Right, and it's from both deck or hand, because you're meant to like replicate this card.
Well, it's 4 stock for 3 of these.
Which kind of reminds you of a previous sub archetype in our title. You think about it, kind of.
Amen. That is 2 equals 9.
Right now, of course, that won't require you to have multiple pieces in your hand to pull off the nut combo.
Well, of course. More realistically, it's 2 equals 7, but you wanted to go ham, 2 equals 9.
Whereas here,
4 equals 6.
But you get to do that for 1 card, which doesn't sound that bad on paper.
No, in fact, I think a lot of people would prefer this over 2 equals 9.
Right, because at least this is not minus your hand into oblivion.
Unless they all happen to be in your hand.
Whereas 2 equals 9 does. Okay, if all these end up in your hand, that's a different problem.
How did you get all the... Well, again, God actually has a really good selection.
It does. Now, the thing is this. Because of this card's replay condition, chances are there should be at least 2 copies in your deck.
Right. Now, what baffles me is why are people playing this?
Simple. Why spend stock to do this when I could spend stock to, like, play my events?
You need to win the game eventually, man.
It's called One Who Knows Everything, Hina, times 3, probably.
Hina can't do the job by herself, man.
Well, plus shooting stalls and or the Musashi Hina question mark.
So it's the Nelson theory. You better hope that kills them, otherwise you're out of resources, sir or madam.
Right, now, like, another thing is also this, most lists that play, or like most like good stuff lists are playing, yellow, green, and red as their main colors.
True, like basically zero blue.
Like the only blue card they're probably running is really just Hikari and maybe another card we're going to see later, a Yota that I think is actually better than a brainstorming this title.
To be honest, though, that decks are so light on blue. I'm going. Of course, a lot of people are running Hina into Hina. The choice into gate combo. But I'm going. Honestly, I can see 8 gate being probably the most viable, the Kyoko combo.
Just because of the body size. And you want to get message left behind say good event.
Yo, dog, 108Ks? How are you killing it?
Pretty much no, right?
Bombi?
You're basically like that sounds pretty staunch though. Having thick beaters on top of memory compression.
That's pretty scurry, man.
Right, and if we were to try if we could come up with a deck that could I could also play say Kako here instead of like Sora as an early play option. That could you could kind of see as being quite the scary foe.
Right, and Kako puts a lot of pressure on you because unlike Sora, this girl is 11K.
Some of your opponents playing with a back row. Like, of course, your opponent could try to be cheeky and you could say 9K, but it's not really your incentive to do that.
Why would you do that by that, man?
Like you really wouldn't, because chances are you also need a back row to play anyway.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if your opponent is playing the game, this is an 11K.
Right, 3 11Ks, or even just 2 of them for 3 stock doesn't sound that bad either.
Imagine three of these behind Kyoko, man. the Kyoko support.
Okay, one of them wouldn't get the Kyoko buff.
Yeah, but imagine 214k swinging at you.
As you guys should say, Reinhardt or F off.
Yeah, I was about to say, Reinhardt or die. Are you Reinhardt? No? Okay, you're dying.
That's like that almost like a better deck than like this yellow, green, red shenanigans that people are playing up with. Like sure, by not playing yellow, we do lose access to gathering staff, but there are other memory outlets we could look into.
Right, and
Or
also,
you-
we can actually play Gathering Staff. We can still play it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Rexy and Hina.
That's right. We do have days passing by Hina.
Like, what?
That'd be the only reason to play yellow, in your opinion, right?
Yeah, like, hello?
Screw Sora, screw the Hina combo.
Like, oh man, Kyoko. Kyoko is the way to go.
No, we going green, red, blue here, and we playing Kako early place.
Of course, I suspect the main reason why people aren't playing Kako is because, bruh, it doesn't heal me.
It doesn't heal, sure, and on top of that, if you stock these before you refresh, that's also a problem, right?
Right, of course, but you can, and man, use events to fetch them back if necessary.
And try to quickly get them back into the waiting room.
Right, again, man.
We do have hangout links, yes.
And bashing people with Kako does not sound bad.
Especially when you were able to try field these with her ability. You effectively got one of them for free.
Dude, 311Ks?
One go is literally free because four stock picks for two of them in full, and your one's like, oh wow.
And man, wouldn't you be scared of 311Ks coming at you at level 2?
I actually would, yes.
Pretty scared.
on top of the players just gonna cancel you because there's like 4 messages left behind and 3 gathering stuff in memory by this point.
They cancel like Hina, man.
They
cancel like Hina. Like what? If you want a true reason to play blue, Kako is your girl.
Right, now, limited, impossible unless you get the foil, but even then you only have 2 copies, so why?
No?
Right, it's pretty much no in limited, unless all you really want is a 11k beater that can come down at 2, question mark.
Yo, doesn't sound bad.
It's not bad, but I'm pretty sure, we literally had, something better in red?
True.
We had the 10-5 that can refund with a full board.
The 11K.
Sir. Oh, it's 11K. Excuse me. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, we have that. Why play Kako when I can play this common?
Oh yeah, true. He's so much easier to fight too.
Chances are, there's no guarantee my box even has Kako. It's probably gonna be Hikari.
Oh, yeah,
it could be Hikari that's the double R for blue.
Oh, well, true. And honestly speaking, man, I'd rather see Hikari Unlimited over Kako.
Right.
TBH.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. So, that all being said, man.
You already know what to give this, man.
True.
Let's fucking go.
Yo.
I was prepared to dunk on this card and give Hikari that rating.
But then we're no. I ironically shit out 3 of these.
The tables have turned.
For 4 stock. Oh no.
And man, the tables have turned.
Oh no, speaking of more tables turning, I get to read this next one.
Okay.
So we got Sun God, Yoka Narukami, 001,000. So when your requirements is put in your requirements area, choose one of your characters and gets 1,000 until end of turn. And pay 1, rest 2 of your characters to look up to the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 or higher card amongst them, add that to your hand, and mill the rest.
Did somebody say brainstorm?
No, did someone say something better than a brainstorm?
Oh yeah, true.
Like FR? The only time I could whiff on this is if I hit like all zeros or climaxes.
Oh no! Yo, dog, 14 zeros, let's go!
Like you could automatically get 3 of these and 4 horrifying haunting house Kako,
3 Hikari,
3 Hikari, then we need 4
and
more.
four more and 4 more Hina and 4 Hina. Boom, we're done.
Wait,
Four
Lila,
Hina.
you would play 4 copies of Gaze Passing by Hina?
Actually, no, only 2. Actually, no, 2 to 3 Hina. 2 to 3 Hina.
And probably
Two to-
like the climax swap bomb?
Either the climax swap bomb or the event swapper.
Or both? I
Or
don't know.
both.
We could figure it
Or
out.
both. Yeah, we can make it 15.
Like you don't mind an early back row of Yota and Gaze Passing by Hina, like, because Hina isn't getting rest stuff for anything, so why not? And you want Hina on your back row anyway early on.
It's just like, oh yeah, let me tap and brainstorm.
Well, if you really, even if you don't do that, like, the fact that you could, like, one of your turns could be like, doing this to like find gathering staff, find message left behind, find something to set you up. And, another turn where, let's just say you're doing, like, say, your Kyoko combo turn at level 1, you can go ahead, mill a little more with Gaze Passing by Hina with her Fugo ability.
Yo, dog, with Sun God here, one of those Kyokus is slapping for 10k.
Wake.
What? How much does a Kyoko? 10,000. What?
Ow!
Bro, that could unironically destroy 2... Actually, no, 10-5, excuse me. Bro, I could unironically destroy 2 twos.
Well, yeah, we have the R turn assist 500 from Gaze Passing by Hina. What happened?
My face went, man.
Yo, this is how we do modern day Austin's married life correctly.
10,500 F4? I don't know, man. Wouldn't you be pretty scared of that coming at you?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking scary.
Shioriko dead.
Yeah, Shiriko's Omega deck.
It's like, and we thought Shioriko was like, be my shield.
No. The thing is, Shiriko requires far less setup than Kyoko. You got
Right.
the thing you're describing here requires you to play 4 message left behind somehow.
Yo, dog, I cast 4 of them. They were all free.
They were all. Or of how did all 4 of them end up in your hand that quickly?
Oh, that's Soul Sleeper.
Oh no! I swear, we actually, if that guy gets his hands on this, that's gonna be a scary opponent.
We're fucked.
We're pretty fucked. I play against him, against some discard. A copy of Gathering Staff, a copy of Message Left Behind, and Fighting Tank Kako, like, oh bro.
Well, your ass is gonna be sent to the Shadow Realm, man.
No key considering picking up that pen and writing it down.
Or have the 40 ready, man.
I have 40 ready. You mean it's not ready against that brown paper bag I brought with me?
Oh no. Have it ready. Have it ready on tap, ready to drink, man.
Oh no.
Have it ready to drink. And man, I'm watching this. I'm going. I don't know who to root for, but yo, dog, you better beat him. You better beat him. He's gonna be invincible. He's gonna cancel like Hina, and you have to deal with Kyoko.
Bro.
Shit, I don't know, man. Memory compression plus natural 20s.
That is yabai.
I'd rather deal with Ben Shifley, thank you. I'd rather deal with someone like Ben Shifley or Miss Sampson.
I don't blame you. But anyway, okay, let's talk about this card say limited. You can't go too wrong.
Yoda's gonna fight you the majority of your deck.
Right. And
guess what? He'll almost always get you a card.
Right. Versus a bracelet I could just whiff. That 1,000 power by playing a card match could actually matter in limited.
This is a rare, so it's gonna be easier to find.
Yeah, versus a double. Well, were there any double red brainstorms? I don't remember any.
No, there weren't any double red brainstorms. There weren't any.
For once?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They read our. Wow, they really must have read my design notes. Brainstorms as double rares are boring.
Unless there's something like Fumi, right?
Yeah. Again, man, Fumi's kind of the exception.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was like FR. I played Remy the Hawk. I'm already jealous.
Fumi the Fumi OP, man. That ability is so good. I fucking swear. I fucking swear, man. Imagine getting Kazusa off Yucha combo every time.
Bro.
But in terms of wait, Sun God. Oh God, is Yota Helion?
Hey, who said anything about like the Greek pantheon?
Oh yeah, true. And the only thing is Helion. I'm like, oh God, he's Helion. Thanks, Theros. Thanks, Theros.
Oh, well, you're thinking about the MTG pantheon, FR, Theros pantheon, FR, Theros pantheon. Get out of here.
Helion, God of the Sun.
My goodness.
But regardless, though, fuck it. I have to here. My hands are tied.
Let's go all the way. Card too good, right?
Card way too good. Both constructed and limited. I'm like, yo,
what does this card not do?
He doesn't tap. He isn't a tap self.
Oh, bah.
That's like the only bad part about Yota.
But FR, what are you really tapping your back row? You're not tapping Days Passing By Hina or Do As You Please Kyoko.
No.
Come on.
Yeah, man, that's the green monster talking.
That is the green monster talking. Alright, we'll move on.
Alright, next. Okay, Festival Day Hikari, 1025. So it's a cost 0 bottom deck bomb, and she has the alarm ability, pay 1 discard 1. At the beginning of your main phase, you may pay the cost. If you do, refresh.
Okay, cost 0 bomb, depends on your meta. Alarm? Yo, what?
Wait, what? Free refresh? Let's fucking go!
Like, it doesn't sound too shabby in a deck like this if you could afford it.
Yo, dog, this rivals I forget her name from Bong Meme.
No, you're talking about one that gives you a stock if you have 4 or more basic characters.
It's Himari, right?
That's Himari.
Oh, okay. I was about to say Himari, but I was like, I wasn't sure if I got the right name, dude. I wasn't sure. It's been a while since I've played Bong Meme, so... And man, every time I think Himari, I think Del Segno's Himari. The girl in the hat.
And what's also sad is that there is a notable Himari Bang Dreams first performance outfit. He does wear a hat.
Oh God damn it! But of course, I'm thinking Del Segno's Himari.
Right, you're thinking funny hat Himari.
Right. But at the same time, whoa, this alarm rivals Himari's. Sure, Himari's not. Sure, Himari is only a clock bomb, but an anti-change clock bomb. But at the same time, yo, and she goes stock positive. But yo, Hikari here can literally save you.
Right, like there could be situations where even though you're a memory deck, you may end up where you cancel in the first half of your deck, and you're down to your last 12 to 15 cards, but it's all damage.
How about no? I'm refreshing now.
But yeah, check tag. Clock Festival Day, Hikari, draw 2. Okay. Oh no, you can't do that. It'd be on your main phase. I guess that's a little tricky. Now that I think about it.
No, it's draw.
Oh yeah, I'm high. Yeah. Draw.
What the hell are you talking about, dude?
Yeah. Draw, clock it, and then begin the main phase. Okay, do the thing.
I was about to say, man, you know the rules better than I do.
Sorry, I clearly don't function correctly at night. There's a reason why I didn't play at any of the Bushiroad Springfest Online Asia, Oceania, or Europe events, because I know we'll not be able to function at those times.
You wanna play round 5 at 4:20 a.m. man?
No.
Although I think your mom would kill you. like
No,
Weiss Schwarz.
it's more of my body will kill me.
Oh, I don't know, man. You play Vanguard at fucking 3 a.m. in the morning. Play Vanguard at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, bro, what is he still doing up at 3 a.m. in the morning? I'm like, Vanguard. But, my god.
Okay, you're trying Vanguard Zero. That's a mobile game. I don't need to like talk to anybody while doing that.
True. In like real Vanguard, you actually do need to interact with your opponent.
Like, okay, you're attacking with Fosago for 25. Okay, I'm gonna drop this Diabolo's officer Killian for Guardian for 28.
Guardian for 28. God damn it. Or you could drop the PG.
FRPGing about Fosago? Man, I must be desperate.
And then you're at fucking 6. You got nothing else.
6, I'm already dead.
Okay, you're at 5, and you got nothing else. You
Oh
want to
my
bank on that heel? You want to bank on heel trigger, man?
Or bank on over trigger. Hey. Defensive over trigger could literally prevent you from could actually defensive over trigger OP. Okay.
Or you're at 4, and they triggered a crit,
Oof.
and you chose not to fucking block.
And
chose not-
sometimes you ain't got a choice.
You fucking died, sir. Excuse me. You fucking died, sir.
Hey. Sometimes your hand says this can only block one more attack. You gotta take something here.
You gotta take something here, and they managed to trigger the crit. You're dead.
Right. Anyway, so he Hikari sounds pretty useful, does she not?
She sounds amazing. In limited, yes.
Yeah, you really don't mind. So overall, I don't know if I'll call it Sparkle because of it is still a little slightly RNG based, right?
Not even, man. You
could find them, yeah.
You could easily find this, and it's cheaper than a bloody refresh counter.
True, but usually when you're doing this on your own turn, it's costing you 1 stock, regardless, right? 5 or fewer left in deck is a 1 stock. Force refreshes might be something like 2 stock, because you have to pay 1 and another 1.
And sometimes you don't want to cast a mutual. Not like you have access to a mutual in this set, but at the same time,
mutuals are the ones that are free, right?
Yeah, mutuals are typically on an event too. So right. at the same time, well, unless you're Kimono friends and you play Lucky Boss, but at the same time, Hikari is really good in my opinion, especially with all the compression you're gonna get through Exile. Oh wow, Hikari's a staple in my opinion.
So you really think screw yellow, let's go blue?
Let's fucking go.
Green or red are definitely non-negotiable.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Let's go Hikari here.
Alright, so
we're even further beyond, man.
Alright. Do I think it's worth Sparkle? I'm actually going to say no on the Sparkle. It's a sort of playable, but I can't justify it being that good.
I don't know, man. A lot of people in this town fucking tech against Slime and the Shizu combo from Slime. I'm just going, why? I'd more play it for the bottom sentence than anything.
Right. I mean, yes, this card's useful, but it's definitely it does give an argument to play blue along with some of these other blue staples we've been seeing so far. But and yes, this card can help you, but I don't see it being as helpful as saying other decks. Because you will eventually reach a good enough deck state eventually if you're playing this right.
Fair enough. Though,
I see it's more like emergency card more than anything.
Of course, this will only be a 1 or 2 off. You can easily fetch this.
Right.
Alright, next.
Okay, we now have Libertas Cup Organizer called Kotengon 1/1 3500. So she's a level assist with an quote-unquote climax combo, so pay 1, rescue your characters to salvage a level X or lower summer character from your waiting room, where X is the number of infinite Ricci, the book trigger climax where you see up there in your waiting room.
I'm sorry, why? But why?
But why is definitely the correct answer. Like, I just go, okay, yes, yes, the way to like make a
level 1 combo for blue.
it's not a real combo. It's more of a it's not a real combo when you think about it.
Right, like, why would I just cast an event over this?
Okay, there's only like one real reason I could see of like why this ability was working the way it is. How well do you know your Mahjong rules?
I don't.
Okay, so Ricci is it's kind of like you're like almost you need like one more tile to like complete like your Mahjong hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe like from what I could gather from like reading like the flavor text in like both of these cards or something, I like the reason why Kako is like thinking you're getting create its Mahjong because he really loves playing that game. And I looked into it. The Libertas Cup is it's a Mahjong competition, and she's seeing like I think like multiple people at the table having Ricci.
Oh,
So like
okay.
the more people that have Ricci, the more intense it gets. So every time for the people at home who don't know how to play Mahjong, each time you could do something like either draw from stuff that your opponent drew out, or draw from stuff from the random pile in the center. And each time you take a tile, you gotta throw away a tile, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like the more people that have Ricci, you have to be more careful about what you can afford to throw away because that could be the thing that your opponent needs to get their Mahjong hand and win.
So sometimes it's actually better off passing.
Well, you're not allowed to pass.
Oh.
That's why it gets very intense.
Oh, I see. So,
So it's basically Kako like low key orgasming over like many people in the tournament getting Ricci.
oh, okay. In limited.
Flavor aside, shrug. Limited. No.
No, this is a rare and a climax rare. It's about as bad as the double rare problem.
But debatably worse because you need this only works better in multiples.
So good luck finding that. Good luck finding the book.
I almost feel like Loki is time.
I will beat Kako with 30 shoes for her insolence.
Do you want to make a Mahjong reference there?
No.
You could have said 30 tiles or something.
30 times. Damn it!
It was a lost opportunity.
She's the type that would wear high heels, though.
You're not wrong. There is no greater nation to this tournament than 3 Ricci's.
It's I can't believe it. Card number 8. We're all actually no. Card number 5. We're already here, man.
It'd be like that.
Hey man, we've been a little too nice to the first 4 cards.
Oh.
Mysterious transfer student Hiroto. 002K. So this is so he has takoyaki trait. Takoyaki.
Spoiler alert, we don't really know why that is until like a card much later.
Let's see here. When you enter the battlefield, you may mill the top 2 cards of your deck. If there's a level 0 or lower among them, he may side attack without penalty, and he's a drop search.
Okay, that's an interesting secondary ability for a drop search of all cards. Usually expect to see that more on a drop salvage.
Right. But
now,
at the same time,
the thing is this. Does this title need drop search?
No, it has so much selection, man.
Like gathering staff plus message left behind. Do we need this? No.
Why wouldn't I just cast one of those instead?
Right.
in limited, Hiroto has actually a lot more use because
Yeah, this definitely is more of a limited card. Or we're going to see like a Hiroto-centric deck being built along the lines here as we keep going.
Hiroto Husbando, I guess.
Well, no, not enough for that, but like, Hiroto being like a central strategy is what I mean more to say.
Okay, well, again, he'd be useful in that deck, but at the same time, in terms of the core meta, nah, I don't see it.
Yeah. Definitely more of a limited slash that particular niche deck. So,
Well,
niche
speaking
it
of niche, yep. Speaking of niche,
like,
that's what he's getting.
this man's not going to be sentenced to the apocalypse, but...
And man, I can't send a drop search to the Phantom Zone, okay?
No.
Alright, next.
Alright, we now have Regret and Atonement Hiroto Suzuki, 102500. He's a 1000 backup that also has, when you use the backup, you may pay for discarding event from your hand to tap one of your opponent's characters.
What?
Now, the biggest problem is, by the time you would use this for that, what spare events do you really have?
And how in the Sam Hill do you have 4 stock?
Right, like, this card sounded good on paper, but then you think about like how many events will you even have left in your deck by the time you want to use this, you kinda don't, and you don't really have 4 stock to spare in general.
So this is worse than a vanilla counter.
Like, these kinds of cards would normally be decent, but again, context matters.
Unfortunately for in this particular set, this card kind of sucks.
Because outside of a very small number of every event goes to memory, and you just simply don't have the stock to spare.
Yo, dog, why would I want to tap one of my opponent's guys when I could just God cancel my way out of it?
That, and why not use 4 stock to summon 3 Fighting Day Kako?
Exactly. I'm like, yo, dog, I'm a God cancel anyways. What do I need a tap counter for?
Right.
The logic sounds absurd, but
that's kind of reality, right?
It's like, that's Soul Sleeper logic right there, man.
But at the same time, is it wrong?
No, it's actually correct in this particular context. Cause I'm going,
Also, real talk, was it like the last time we saw a tap counter was literally Summer Pockets Reflection Blue?
No, we saw one in Kanokari.
I barely remember that.
it was on a chorizo, man.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, it was not. No, that was a money counter. Excuse me.
Oh, bro, come on. You're ruining
it. Well, actually, no. Summer Pockets had both. Both a tap counter and a money counter.
It did, yes.
But I'm going. Hiroto here, unfortunately. Okay, limited. No. Jesus Christ! If I have 4 extra stock in limited, how have I not won the game already?
Right. I guess.
I cannot send him to the apocalypse. I can't. That's too hard.
That's too hard. I'm giving him an guess at least.
Yeah, same. My hands are tied here. I'm like, skewer us alive if you want to.
He has a place. It's not quite here.
Literally, I think any other sub would appreciate this.
Not here. I don't know about discarding an event.
Okay. Discarding a character card or something.
I like how you try to make this sound more appealing, but it also doesn't, like, Well,
ReZero wouldn't mind this.
But you already have that at home.
On a level 2, excuse me, sir.
What's wrong with that? It can't stop them from doing things.
No, and they already have this thing called Smug Look. That also
they actually have like the best character counters. Alright, we'll move on.
In addition to some of the thickest bodies you'll see at 2 ever.
Facts.
God Slaying Day Hiroto 3295. When he enters the battlefield, you may pay 1. You may salvage an event. When this card attacks, choose one of your guys, give them 1500. And when this card attacks, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, mill the top 2 cards of your deck and deal X damage, where X is the number of climaxes put into mill via the effect.
Okay, we're kind of running the same problems we saw with the Regret and Atonement Hiroto. What events will we have left in our deck by the point we would drop this guy down? Pretty much no, right?
That's one big problem. And 2, the bottom sentence looks appealing, but bro, I want to God cancel my way out of this. I don't want to mill my climaxes.
Right, you honestly prefer just triggering them at that point.
At least triggering them will give me some form of benefit.
Right, like, okay, I just burned 1, yay?
Or at best, burn 2, yay?
Right, like...
But then I'd probably be like, oh no! I'm probably gonna die!
Like...
I'm probably gonna die because I milled 2 climaxes.
Like, it's such an awkward card.
It's so counterintuitive to what you want to do as God.
Well, I mean, like, I wish, like, you know, I guess his lore, or I guess for the lore it makes sense, because, you know, he's trying to kill Hina before she, thinking that she's the one that's going to end the world in a 30-day period.
At the same time, I'm sorry, Hiroto, you're doing a pretty poor job of that. You're doing a pretty poor job of that right now, man. Like, instead of slaying a god, I'm going, why would I play this? FR?
Right. I mean, this is kind of what happens with, like, antagonist decks in general, right? They just kind of, like, get shafted up the wazoo. Unless their name is maybe Sylvia.
Even Sylvia got shafted massively.
We were kind of nice to that character. You were more nice to that character than I was.
Okay, fair enough. Sylvia, I don't know, man. The Sylvia deck was kind of hot garbo. It was kind of hot garbo, to be honest. I can't be really nice to Hiroto, man. I'm grasping for straws here.
Right, but
is it over? Is it time?
No, it can't. No, because then, you know, he gets just kind of like one of those, like, goes in his own deck kind of thing, right?
Right.
And
he's not
and let me think. In limited, because being useful.
Kinda.
A little more useful because you are really lacking this thing called finishers in limited.
Well, he is also an uncommon, so he's a lot easier to find.
So yeah, I think it's safe to, like, you know, keep this niche train going for me.
Alrighty. I'll be merciful. I'll show him some mercy.
Despite him trying to literally kill Hino.
I'm about to send his ass to the Shadow Realm, man.
Oh, mom.
Hey, man!
Alright, we'll move on. We all have film shooting day Yota Narukami, level 3, 2 cost 10,000 power. He just has a simple Grimace combo clause, so when his battle point becomes reversed, if some respect together, the pass trigger is in your Grimace area, you may pay 2 stock, discard 2 summer characters to burn 3 twice.
What? Young Dollars can instantly kill you.
But the question is more of, you know, can you afford to do all this?
Number 2, who's gonna leave you a target to kill, man?
Right, it's not like, well, to be fair, we do have the magic research Yota that could force a target.
We could.
But that's another 2 stock that we're losing out.
That's a lot of stock, man.
To just pull off this thing once. And I'm like, that's kind of yikes.
A lot of things in God are hella weak, so...
Right, like you know, sure, we could put this guy in front of, you know, Kyoko for 14,000.
That's pretty good. But the problem then becomes, Yota, how do you have all the how many resources do you have left?
Right, like when you're playing a deck, you should only have like 4 to 5 cards in hand for most of the game from then on.
Well, you can. Well, unironically, you can afford the clock because you're gonna cancel. You're gonna cancel extremely well,
Right,
man.
right, but to be able to refill your board.
Right. Well, this doesn't heal you. This
Right,
doesn't
right,
give
right.
you. This doesn't
This
give you
is like
any
uncommon.
cards.
This is like uncommon for a reason.
Right. This doesn't do anything special besides the combo.
Right.
I mean, yes, this does. I mean, yes, this does remind me of Yukina, but
At least
like
Yukina
this
got
is a
very Huig on your return, and she healed, even though it's a cursed clause.
Yukina is what 11-5 after.
Yeah, 11-5 before combo.
Oh god, she's massive.
Yeah, she
She's
starts out.
massive.
Oh, no, sorry. I think. Oh, she starts out at 9K, so she's 11K before combo.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. You know, she's
At
bigger
least,
than Yota.
at least that's how I remember her. I could be wrong. It's been ages
I,
since I last touched her.
I think she's 9-5 actually.
Oh, never been 11-5, so I was right the first time.
But at the same time, this does more damage than Yukina does.
Right.
My main problem with this is Yota is super telegraphed.
Right, he has exactly the same problem as Yukina, it's telegraphed.
Like, if your opponent falls for this, where do you plan? Can I come? I'm going, huh? Like, I can't imagine the majority of competent players, falling for Yota, essentially giving Yota the targets to kill.
Right,
Can
and
you?
no, outside of a very fringe scenario of your opponent left back row behind, and you somehow found the resources to use this in conjunction with magic research Yota.
Where do you plan? Can I come?
Like I
Like
feel
the
I feel you plays are playing a very very different style entirely.
this doesn't seem very synergistic of what God wants to do as a set.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry, but it's really hard to be like. Basically, this is the same. This would be the same. Like, this is a more modern day, lower rarity Yukina, and this has all the same weaknesses as the original.
Right now, of course, what's a little funny is that he also technically costs less stock to use than Yukina. But Yukina was a three stock and discard any 2 cards.
True,
But
but
this guy says that's discard characters specifically. You can't discard events. You cannot discard climaxes.
which makes this a hell of a lot harder, man.
Right. Like the fact that it's definitely hard to justify, to say the least.
In limited, this is probably your best finisher in limited, unironically speaking.
Because you'll find a good amount of the climax. You might be able to find 2 to 3 of these in the box.
And this could easily blow your opponents out from level 2 onwards.
Right. Yes, I play a little smartly with this.
Right. And of
you
course,
probably need to also pull that some magic research, Yota.
magic research may not be necessary.
You just in case. People, again, you could still technically telegraph this thing limited.
True. And this is before even deck construction phase. You could telegraph that you grab this.
Right, people will probably notice just based on
What's missing?
right. Like how come I haven't seen that particular card? That should come my way for some reason.
Maybe somebody took it, this
Sure, maybe not everyone can catch on, but someone will, right?
I mean, is this literally Sage by Limited?
I think
Like,
so.
is Yukina so outdated now that literally?
Well, Yukina in contest also had the 1 day wedding bride Saya.
True.
Whereas in God we don't have a card like that.
No, we don't. So well, again,
Of course, the best way to of course, when people realize that one gay wedding bride style is a thing, you're like, oh, they put Yukino. How do I erase my board before they do that? It became like the main question I asked. That's why Japan was eventually forced to switch to Mocha because they realized that Yukino's not going to do anything. But everyone is saying Yukino won't do anything to me if I don't give her anyone to reverse.
And they weren't willing to waste the prior term with shitters.
Right.
They weren't willing to waste the prior term with just shitters. That's bait. Just bait them out with shitters. Unfortunately, well, that kind of mentality applies to Yoto.
Mm-hmm.
Almost entirely. Give this to Niche. I can't be any nicer than that.
I don't blame you.
Literally limited save this card. Literally limited save this card.
My hands are also tied, if I must be honest.
I mean, I think this would be the exact same rating would give you Kina nowadays.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know. Well, actually, no. I can see you, Mr. Bias.
No, even I know where the limits lie.
I don't know, man. You are a bong meme sim, so.
But even I'm aware that like Mocha's probably a better option.
Well. Anyways, next.
All right.
Film shooting day Hikari. When this attacks, choose one of you guys. Give them 2,500.
Okay. This thing. Cool.
I mean, it was a TD card in Nichikasaki.
Right, I guess the comment here, so same diff, right?
Right, pretty much. So, actually, it's probably cheaper as a common than it is a trial deck card.
You're not wrong.
But at the same time, oh, come on, they're both like a quarter, man.
Right. Now, do we need a part of anything in this title in particular?
No.
Not really.
Unless you're playing Yota, man.
Unless you're playing Yota.
Am I wrong?
Yes and no.
Though, if your opponent was smart, they would have kicked W their board already.
Right, so Hikari will even matter in that scenario. Like, again, like, cool. This could be a staple in, like, a lot of other titles. Or, like, a nice tech option. But here, it's like...
No? Why would I play this?
Like, we have other Blue Splash already.
In limited, sure.
Yeah, maybe it's like the only place I could see this being useful in honestly speaking. Like that 2500. Yeah, sure I'm gonna like run over Kako or something. I don't know what I'm gonna run over. run over the Ashura if you're playing it?
I guess.
My Ashura will run over your Ashura. How? Phil shouldn't get Hikari. Oh fuck.
Oh. Or Kyoko, man.
Oh.
If she gets out of fucking control, man.
Right.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to niche this and move on, man.
Yeah, like it's really funny, like how like this product seems to like almost unironically make a better limited product than like almost everything else we've seen.
Yo, that's why we do limited. This is why we do limited, man.
Alright, let's move on. We now have Abominable Past Hiroto Suzuki 001,000. On play, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card's a summon character or an event, you add that card to your hand and discard one. And on play, you may shuffle 2 back to be able to decide without soul penalty until end of turn.
Why can't we shuffle back events, Bushy? Why can't we shuffle events back, man?
Again, you want to set a bad precedent?
Hey, man, it'll only be for this set, man.
Damn, this guy. Kind of like how a bunch of Aobuka 2 profiles were just for that set.
Don't remind me, man. Don't remind me. I just want her. I want her to be good again, man. But she's horrible now. She has aged as gracefully as a corpse. Oh, I still like to play her once in a while, but man, maybe the nooblets. That's about it, man. Everybody else, oh hell no, I'm gonna get fucking smashed. But Abominable Past here, well, the hand filter's nice, but
For
other than
one,
that,
not so much.
who cares?
You're just
I
playing
was
this,
shocked.
you're really just playing this for more of like a hand filter.
An underspec hand filter, FR.
Like, that'd be the only reason you really want to play this, right?
This would be better off as fucking Project Chronalis, man. This would be better off as Project Chrome.
So, Project Chrome Alice doesn't give you an event.
The second half might.
Might, not guaranteed.
True.
Can also give you a climax.
Every goddamn time.
Be like, sure, this card power small ring. Drawing to try Primus, bro.
Bro. I want to actually, no. Tri Primus is actually good. I actually want that. No,
Okay, you
it
draw to pressing pause.
It got me trancing fucking pause. I'm like, oh, that's
God W.
Fuck, why couldn't it gotten me Azusa or something, man? Actually, that'd be too good. That'd be way too good if it got. It's like, oh look, I discarded Power Smile and got Azusa out of it. Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
And man, that's stonks, man.
That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. But anyway, Hiroko. He okay.
Oh man. In limited, not really.
Not really. He tiny. You probably don't need to have filter in limited.
Is it time, man?
It might be time again.
It might be time again.
The only thing that Hiroko deserves is being starved out of takoyaki.
They make a big TV. Why? So we can watch Hiroto's Abominable Past.
Yeah, not even in HD.
Yep.
Dude,
he doesn't even belong in HD, man.
He doesn't belong. We're watching that shit in 144i. We're watching that shit. We're watching that shit with interlaced artifacts.
No, 480 progressive, man.
Oh, you actually care about progressive scan?
Yes.
Come on, you wanna go back to the CRT days of interlace?
No. Fuck out of here, man.
Interlace.
Interlace is cancerous for our eyes, and you know that.
True, that's the reason why almost nobody does interlace video anymore.
I mean, the original, the PlayStation 2 is capable of 1080i.
Oh?
Like, it was.
Like, would you actually use that option?
No, give me the 480 progressive, man. I'll take the 4:3 aspect ratio at that point instead of the 1080i 16:9. But still, oh yes, thanks for getting me a clear picture of what cancer looks like for my eyes. Ah! All right, next. The CEO 003500. Oh, let's see here. Everybody on your team can no longer side attack. And she does have an encore cost of pay one, sacrifice one of your creatures, man.
Yeah, that sounds hella CEO.
True. Sacrifice one of your creatures, man.
Like, oh, I don't need you anymore. Bye.
Dismissed.
My mistake? No, it's actually your mistake.
No, you just got fired. It's like she just fired one of her. She just fired one of her employees, man.
No, I just like how low key Jack this card is. Like the card's called CEO, it has a CEO trait.
Yeah.
and the card literally behaves like a CEO, like it's a stereotypical CEO.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not dying. Hell no. I'm paying firing one of my lackeys, man.
We could replace him. Or
There's so much flavor.
for the wrong reasons. I don't
The
know what I
fl-
don't know what CEO actually does in this source material.
True. I hope she's not as cold-hearted
No,
as.
she low-key looks more cold-hearted than the 346 production president.
The Nishino president? Oh hell no! That bitch will literally will literally carry you out through a 30-story window and fucking drop your ass, man.
Oh no, are we imagining that meme comic of like, we need a new idea and like the person has to just like the bad idea gets thrown out?
Yeah.
Oh no.
They're actually doing that, dude.
Well,
I can picture her.
there's a reason why people really went mad. Season 2 of that anime went to the drama song.
Oh, it got pretty dark pretty damn quick, dude. Like the season one.
Usuki just wanted to smile again. What happened?
Uh, again, I don't know, man. I was too busy. I was too busy watching episode 22. Okay. And you know why I was.
Okay there.
You know why? And you know why I was too busy watching episode 22?
Something chocolate. Alright.
No.
Isn't that what they said before they hopped on stage?
I believe so, actually.
That's why I said chocolate.
I can't remember. I can't remember that well. I just remember. Ooh, I really.
It should be fried chicken for new generations and chocolate for that's real.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm going, huh? In limited, actually,
doesn't sound that bad.
actually pretty decent. My shit's gonna die anyway, so might as well pay one sacrifice it.
And the CEO returns. You somehow actually ran over her.
What the fuck is killing this in limited, man? Hina? That's it?
Or another copy of her. The CEO versus CEO Duke out.
Pretty much. And man, she can't sign either, man.
Right? Yeah, we're fighting to each other.
Like, and this actually makes pretty decent blue splashing constructed. Yo, dog, I need something that's bulky that will live. CEO, go.
So playable minus.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, playable minus sounds about right for this.
It sounded like a complete joke at first, but I'm like going, no. The more I think about it, this card's actually pretty good.
Okay.
I'll see you, man. I'll see you. Alright, next.
Alright. You now have Pursuit of Originality, Yoken Origami, 102,000. So, continuous there's a marker underneath this card. You get level +1, power +4,000. On play, choose one popular commentary Kako, a 3K vanilla in your waiting room, and you may play it underneath him as a marker. And he has the regenerator cost. He's also part of a package here, so.
Adult Invitation, Kako, 2175. This card gets 1,500 for each marker underneath it. When this card attacks, choose one of your Pursuit of Originality, the Yota we just looked at, and put the character under and all of its markers underneath this card face down as markers. Auto, let's see here. Discard one separate character from your hand and put the top card of your stock underneath this as a marker. When this card comes reversed in battle, you may pay the cost. If you do, she regenerates.
Okay.
Why would I play this, man?
Yeah, it's a very, very weird package. Like, sure, you get to make an Omega Huig Kako, but what does she really do besides being Huig?
Nothing?
Like, sure, she becomes 2-1, maybe could eventually run over Reinhardt, but...
Man, you're probably dead by then.
Because you hella lost in damage economy.
Exactly. Doesn't Reinhardt swing at you for the tray, man?
And on top of a on-reverse burn one, by discarding one, yeah.
And also, wouldn't Kako be gone by then? She got exiled, remember?
Oof.
She got exiled because Reinhardt's like, Lamau, no, go away. We're good. Like, dog, the Kako won't live long enough to tell the tale against Reinhardt.
Let's see, sometimes what, 7,500 with Yoka and his marker, that'll be 10,500.
Yes, sir. You're 9,500 short.
So the difference is you bring out Kako level 2, you have like maybe 2 turns or something.
How are you dealing with a triple early play, man?
She ties with Felt.
Okay.
And again,
They
brings,
have
again brings herself back.
they have this thing called smug look, man.
becomes a 12,000.
They have this thing called smug look, man. Smug
I'm
look.
grasping for straws here, as you could tell.
Is it time?
Is it worth discussing this in limited? They are all are they all coming actually? Yes, they are.
Still,
They're all
this
coming.
requires 3 cards per iteration, man.
Which is pretty yikes.
What is the cure for such disorders? Beatings. I'm sorry, man, but no.
Japan is #1 worldwide in Onesans beating up young boys.
I'm sorry, man, but like this might live in limited, but FR, why would I want to effectively pay 1 pitch a card to save this?
On top, like, why do that when you can just play Festival Day Ashura?
Exactly. Sure, he costs 1 more, but he free, yo. He's a refund. Alright, next.
We have a bit of another package here, I believe. So we start off with Tracker Hiroki Suzuki, 1,045,000. So during your turn, if Supervisor Raika Oguma is in your clock, he gets 4,000 power. And when he attacks, if Grab Tail, another pass triggers in your climax area, and you have 2 or more other summer characters, gee, Bushi, if only you could make that a little easier. Within the top 2 cards of your deck, your opponent chooses 1 character or event amongst them. You add that card to your hand and mill the rest.
And the Supervisor writes a 1,045. When it's at this battlefield, you choose 1 card. Choose the bottom card of your clock and 1 Sarah character from your grave and exchange their positions. When this card attacks, this card gains X power until the end for the cycle, where X is the number of supervisors in your clock multiplied by 2,000.
And we also have Japanese food takoyaki, Hiroki Suzuki 214,000. This is like the only card that references his love for takoyaki, by the way. So if Supervisor Raika Oguma is in your clock, he comes in early play. And when your climax is placed, choose 1 of your characters and gets plus 4,000 power for the cycle.
Okay. So the combo itself. So during your turn, he attacks for it as a 9/5. That's pretty big.
Yes, it is.
I mean, that's bigger. That's bigger than even the ideal Kyoko as a 9K. Now, the combo itself. Does this clause remind you of something?
Oh, it does. It does.
Oh man. Oh man.
And at least that one, you got the benefit of standby.
Right here. So which garbage card am I giving you today, sir?
The difference now because you're not playing standby, you probably have less garbage to work with.
True, your opponent has less garbage to give you.
Now you don't have 2/2s that just, they shove into your hand easily.
True. That's the main difference, because typically speaking, these combos have been on standbys, which are...
Well, the first version was on standby, but that typically was played with a standby shell, which is the problem.
Which means you still played 2/2s, which means here's that garbage 2/2 in your hand, man.
Right, then the second version was literally straight standby, so say no more.
Have fun with I in your hand, man.
Right, and now Hiroto here. Well, now we're probably not playing Choo-Choos in our decks when we're attempting to play this combo for whatever reason.
Now, my biggest problem is why would I play this over Kyoko?
Or even Hinga if you want to go back to playing yellow.
Right. But I'm going, why would I? Like, I would play Hina over this.
At least
You
Hinga will
know,
give us the stock necessary to play these events, or she could also be recurable if we need to swing with her again.
right. And Kyoko is most likely going to live A, and B, she gets me whatever I need.
Oh, and door trigger's a very good trigger, period.
Not to mention all those message left behinds. Sure, you know every single card in my hand. Do I care? No. You know every
Right.
single card.
Hiroto here. Now you know cards in my hand that you actually picked for me.
Right, which is even worse. My opponent could literally give me level zeros. Worthless level zeros, man.
Which are kind of useless to you by this point, right?
Right.
You do still have garbage.
If not, because it's exacerbated in the standby shell because they could give you level zeros or 2/2s.
Right. But
Here,
at least you can stand by, you could still combat with your standby.
right.
But
At
here,
least if
what do you really have? Okay, you could possibly have a thick, Raita. Yay.
yay or the 2/1 early play could make this an 8/5. I'm going, sure. It's like you played a 4K counter.
Like,
It's like which
it's a
is
little wonky. Sure, this thing is to be like stereotypical. You could make like a stereotypically blue play with the Raita and the takoyaki consuming Hiroto, but
at the same time I'm going, why play this? Why play this over my other options?
right,
I'm going, the fact that my opponent gets to choose the card they give me. Like, again, if your opponent consistently gives you good cards, where do you play it and can I come? Is literally my question to you. If your anecdotal evidence of this card being good is my opponent always gives me whatever I need. Okay. I feel bad for your opponent, not you. Because honestly speaking, where do you play it and can I come? Because a competent player, you have to assume your opponent is competent and will always give you the garbage card each time, the worst of the two options.
right. That's the
Now,
biggest problem with this combo design in general, right?
it's the problem with factor fiction.
Okay,
Like,
at least like a fiction, what
there's a
is it?
skill element.
It's more of, well, your
You
opponent,
made the you made the piles. You make the pile. Actually, no, no.
opponent makes the piles, you pick the pile, if I'm not
Right, you pick the
mistaken.
pile amongst the top five. And there's also the reverse of you made the piles, your opponent picks the pile. You
I
get.
forget what that one was called.
I forget what it's called as well, but again, you know, at least with factor fiction, you have some control.
Right, Weiss Schwarz took it to a bit too extreme.
Weiss Schwarz turned factor fiction and made it complete garbo. In fact, actually, let's fact check factor fiction real quick, just for the audience's sake here.
I mean, one of the things we say has to be right. Every time I recall it being played, it's an opponent makes the piles.
Let's double check that real quick because okay, fact or fiction. Target opponent looks at the top. Actually, no. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. You pick one of the piles. The other goes to the graveyard.
That's always right.
Yes. So, at the same time, it's one of those things. This is essentially Bushy's version of Sinks of Uthun. This is effectively Sinks of Uthun on a combo, like Bushy's version, of course. Now, of course, I don't see why Bushiroad, I don't see how they made this combo and Kyoko in the same set. I don't realistically see, who designed that.
It's just more of, when you make cards for different rarities, like, you have to, nerf some gates as, the lower you go, right?
At the same time, they put the sentence on a rare and made it a little vanilla, dude.
They did, yes.
Which,
like, the first one that they made was literally a double rare.
So rarity doesn't mean very much in this game. Like the only
eventually it does. It's more of rarity at time of design, right? Otherwise, you would end up with things like sure, in the year 12 or something, 2012, 2013, Electron gave a Hatsune Miku, sure, deserving a double rare at that time. At this point, trial deck or bust.
Not even a trial deck, man. Not even.
Doesn't belong in trial deck, you.
It's a common at this point, man. Literal common at this point, man.
It's a trial deck and common, technically, are they technically in a way equivalent?
Yes, yes, they should be, but we have exceptions like Shortcut, man. Fucking Shortcut.
True.
That card is $7, more expensive than the bloody double rares.
Oh, not just that. Current reviews for a certain upcoming set for a long time. Standard title reviews say Shortcut, literal word for word Shortcut for the most part, and it's a freaking rare.
What?
I read the comment. I was like, wait, I've seen this card somewhere before. Checks rarity. This is a rare in this set?
That's the rare in this set, and that was a TD card in the other one.
What's going on? What's going on here?
What's funny is it's probably cheaper as a rare than a fucking TD card.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But anyways, tracker here. I can't be nice to this, man. I really can't afford to be nice to this.
And yes, I guess it's probably the safe one here.
I don't know, man. I'm tempted.
You're tempted, despite the possibility of it's a Hiroko-esque deck.
Hey, man, do you remember what I gave Ayumu? Did I show her any mercy?
It doesn't seem like you did.
I don't know, man. It was just last month. If Andy was here, I would ask him, Andy, do you remember what I gave Ayumu, the level 1 combo?
Yeah, I don't think you showed her mercy.
I think you showed her any mercy? Well, at least Hiroto can kill something. That's a positive.
Yeah, Hiroko could kill something, and the card you do play him with, he could grow pretty big.
Alright. I'm forced to give you mercy at this point. Niche this.
Alright. Are you saying this the entire pile?
I would believe so, yeah.
Let's say, we go over right here. It's like, okay, color fixing, neat. And
that's it.
And he could go pretty quick. Yeah. I'll miss this.
Do you have any saving graces for this pile, man? You're usually the nicer of the two of us.
I'm more sad that you couldn't run this guy more than a 4-of. That was a lost opportunity, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Niche this entire package. I haven't. That is as much nursey as I'll show it.
Right, yeah, this is pretty much more you kind of see where I was going with this Hiroto centric strategy you're trying to cough up at us, right?
Well, it's cheap. It's very cheap. It's literal pennies.
Cheap. Yeah.
Literally, you can probably get a meal at Black Bear Diner for the same price as this deck. $20, man. Just cough up $20 and it's yours.
If
Right?
not that.
I mean, put it in literal penny sleeves, man. That's about all this. Oh, that's about all that deck is worth. All right, next. Summer Classic Hikari 2175. When this enters the battlefield, this card gets X power. Where X is 1,000 times your guys, including herself.
Got W.
Oh man, it's fucking time, man. It's fucking time.
Yes, there is. There is still racism in Tokyo and Yokohama, whether you like it or not.
When I was a child, I wanted to become a summer classic like Hikari.
I feel like a summer class refers more to what she's doing.
Yeah, fair enough, but at the same time.
Just saying.
Hey, man, the original quote, man.
I know what the original quote said. You have to remember, I'm gonna push those things in that folder. I don't save every single screenshot of memory keeping. They're not all this degenerate and controversial and spicy.
Right, next.
Alright, Genius Hacker Hiroki Suzuki, 226,000. He gets 2,500 power for each of your opponent's characters in the back row, and Encore, kill 2 of your characters.
Wait, it's all Hiroto? So it seems. So it seems.
That's more of a combination of memes. I should low-key like get rid of that from the folder.
True. Like, hey, man, that's a good one, though.
Let's see. Of course we do support this LGBT movement. That is, let's go buy TVs.
Let's go buy TV. Oh, man.
Want me to say the actual one? No?
No. Okay, deep question. 3-2 event. If you don't have the summer guy on the if you don't have a summer character on the board, you cannot play this. Perform the following action twice. Choose one of your guys, give them 1,000 power, and the following ability to end of turn. The card in front of this gets -1 soul. Exile this afterwards.
Okay, so it's a neat defensive tool on top of all the defense you're acquiring from playing this title.
It's pretty cheap too.
Yeah, 3/2 for soul -2 in the configuration you want.
It's flexible.
It's very flexible for what it's worth. Like, yo, your opponent plays no requirements and has 1 soul beaters on board? Okay, we'll split it up.
Cool. Cool. Or they have 2 soul beaters with no climax? Cool. I'm a money counter this lane.
Right, or you know, make it swing for 1 at most.
Oh.
This ain't too shabby.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I play this.
Yeah, and it limited, yeah. Hey, it could literally buy you a turn.
Let's fucking go, boys. Let's fucking go.
Marco?
Yeah, let's fucking go all the way, man. Hey, man, we need to make it. We need to make it.
I'm gonna give it more of a playable. I think my base problem with this card is you have the space.
I've seen a lot of Let's Play this at 1.
I guess, but still. I've seen some people like, I could see like why you could forego this easily.
True. And man, this is the set is for the greed monsters. All right, next.
In a way, all right, and we have skip 3/4 countering. You have 5 or more summer characters during your opponent's turn. Boost your roll. That's very effing hard. You may put 3 cards from your hand to your clock in any order. If you do, end your opponent's attack phase and proceed to your opponent's end phase. Put this card to your clock.
What?
Okay, I'm paying 4 stock. If I have a full board, I'm paying 4 stock, dumping this and 3 other cards into my clock to time skip my opponent on their turn.
Yo, dog, I took 4 damage anyway. This is Bushiroad's idea of a time walk? FR?
What was the cost for freeze in Konosuba?
Pay one, level yourself, discard 3 cards.
Damn. Bushiroad really don't want us to get away with time walk.
I think they learned their lesson from Gear Chronicle, man.
Okay, to be fair, the first time I made it, at least I was RNG AF. You have to reveal 4 cards of different grades.
Yeah, but
the second one, that was probably a little too nutty, sure. The third one, well, yeah, I get your GBA, so you did kind of have to work for it.
Yeah, but dude, you ate 4 in response for this, man. Is eating 4 guaranteed in response for this worth it? I don't think so, man.
You'd rather just try to God cancel your way out of it, right?
Yeah, but yeah, you God cancel my way out of it, man. If I'm dead, I'm dead.
Right.
Like, you kind of just have to accept your fate if they manage to punch through your compression.
Right. There's a reason why, like, not every single memory compression-based deck gets restricted in the same way Saikano did.
Like, Kano was just obnoxious, dude.
Right.
Lily White has a lot of the same tools, and everyone laughs at it. I'm going, why? Like, because Japan didn't play it. Okay. You honestly think
ever heard of innovating?
Yeah, I was about to say, you think Japan's the best at this game? I've seen them make questionable plays and questionable deck decisions. Like, playing Skip, I've seen this. I've seen this card on a few lists. I'm going, why?
Like, you shouldn't need this. It's the correct answer here, right?
You took 4 guaranteed in response. In the best case scenario, you're 3 away from death. Like, that's the best case scenario. You cast this while you're at 3-0.
Like, 3-2 is the absolute maximum you could play this at.
That means you can no longer clock.
Which could be bad because you gave up 4 cards.
And guess what? The first on-attack burn still goes through.
So you have to be very careful with abilities like that.
Like, if you didn't cancel that hit, you're most likely dead. By casting Skip. By casting Skip. Like, Skip is very situational. In Limited? Hell no!
You will definitely not be able to, you probably won't be able to make the full board, and you probably don't have the cards before it, and no?
Like, at that point, fuck it, I'll just concede here. If it comes down to play Skip or concede, I'd rather concede, man. Like, I'll go down with dignity instead of killing myself. Like, what about you, man? Be honest with our audience here.
Hey, man, I wish for Skip I could kill myself on my own terms.
You're going down either way, man. You're going down either way.
I'll go down on my own terms.
At least conceding saves time.
You're not wrong.
I can go down to the liquor store.
Sometimes that's what I mean.
Fair enough. Limited is kind of more of a, and man, one day, Limited will be a competitive format. Hey man, there's a reason why Limited was actually played during the Pro Tour's lifespan. Limited was actually very competitive.
I think there was a reason why Yu-Gi-Oh! Even experimented with it for a while.
Even Bushy themselves have done Limited.
You're not talking about 2-pack Weiss, are you?
No, they did it in Vanguard. Remember?
Only for sneak previews.
Yeah, well.
I've heard some stores still do it to this day, even with the new standard format. But those are few and far in between, as far as I'm concerned.
They're
almost every shop has said, "Nah, pay the $20, get your packs, and F off."
They're not allergic to Limited.
They're not, but I think they're not open to doing this in Weiss Schwarz because of like the already limited nature of the fact that each and every outside of a very small number of products like Bunkos or something, uh these are limited to like one Neo standard title.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And
But like I can say, you can go like but Bushiro and Vanguard makes like clan boosters, title boosters, Bermuda Triangle, the upcoming Lyrical Monasterio. These are all single clan boosters.
think about it. What if it's the first set in a Magic block? Guess what you're playing in limited? One set. And guess what you're playing for the next 12 weeks? One set. I don't know. It's 8 weeks now. Excuse me.
But people would still go to every week to like do limited at their local game store for just one set.
Exactly. If limited, like if there were better price support, I feel that limited could be very effective in this game.
You go. Another thing is this, like sure with Magic, it's the one set for the 8 weeks. With Weiss Schwarz, it would be like one set for like
every 4 weeks,
or in some cases only
every
2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, and it would test a lot of player set knowledge. In fact, I feel that
if anything, this could easily sell Seal products more than we already could.
Right, and it would help us escape this whole pre-order only bullshit. It would escape the whole pre-order only bullshit that that keeps especially EN Weiss very scarce.
I think the biggest problem is more of Booster wants to like keep Weiss Schwarz being like a hybrid collectible slash card game product.
Well,
Like the more that people play limited, the fewer collectible products there are for like the collectors. I guess it's the notion.
I mean, collectors mostly buy singles anyways, which Bushiroad doesn't.
Doesn't directly benefit from.
Bushiroad is a company, man. They're a business.
Right. They are a business, definitely.
They want money. So limited would definitely incentivize people to buy more sealed product, which Bushiroad directly benefits from. Like it just makes good business sense.
Right. And maybe like a collector's could hop into the game via limited, and like okay, you know what? I might be able to enjoy this game or something.
And they might pull the bloody SSP they're looking for.
Right, it will only cost them like $12,
$15.
Yeah, something like that.
Like seriously, it even benefits the collectors. Like of course, those that do review shows will obviously have a huge advantage in limited, because we as reviewers are forced to look at every card.
Right. Like yeah. I guess the biggest stance is more of I guess like currently as it stands, how many packs are going up? Boxing out 18, right?
Let's actually check a product page. Let's check the product page actually. I actually have a product page open. I clicked on Gotobu no Hanayome. 16 by it is 16 packs.
16?
Yes, a case has 18 boxes. It is the current configuration is 16 by 9. So you're looking at approximately.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It used to be 20 packs by 8.
No, it's 16 by 9, so 160.
Right, I believe SAO section this is what I remember.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a case is now 18 packs, 18 boxes versus it's 16 by 9, unfortunately.
Right, they turn them into like these flat-looking Vanguard like boxes or buggy fight boxes versus the towers they used to have.
Right, I feel that if limited were much more widespread, that would actually be a very successful format. Like, let's say for example, and guess what? In Weiss, limited would rotate absurdly quick.
Yeah, you're only playing like the same title for like 2 to 4 weeks max.
2 to 4 weeks, and honestly speaking, I think I would love limited in this game.
I think like the only ones you can't really do it for is like really extra boosters because there's still only 6 packs per box.
It's 30 times 6. It's 30 times 6, so right. And extra boosters are rare, so
Right. They only pop up every like few sets.
so let's say for example during the Nijigasaki era, we'd be playing 6 weeks of Nijigasaki, but again, I'd be fine with that. And if you don't like a particular set, you can skip limited
Right,
and move on to the next
like
set.
for example, Sinful Gear XV will take up like the weeks that will be covered by the two Bang Dream extra boosters.
That you can play Sinful Gear XV for a month. The upcoming Sinful Gear set for literally a month.
And if you want to do that, you can wait until Rabbits.
Yeah, Gochi Usa will actually take up another. Actually, no, will be almost
Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
no.
because Mushoku Tensei's in the same month. Is what I remember.
Right. I forgot Fug. And if you don't want to play Mushoku Tensei, you can stick with Gochi Usa's limited. Like literally, all you need to do is play limited is a few players and a box. That's it.
And each of you are only paying $15 or something.
Right. It's a relatively cheap experience compared to Constructed.
Like what's the cost to play limited in Magic nowadays?
About 12 to 15, depending on the store.
Okay.
So it's about the same thing. And if you make a competitive price structure, you know what? I could actually see. We
could see more Weiss Schwarz products being manufactured and sold this way.
Right, but I could see the veteran players are like, wow, limited now. I can see players not wanting to play limited. I'm going, give it a chance. Give it a chance. I feel that
I feel like a lot of players are like, in general, it's not just in virtual cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, anywhere else. They're usually not open to trying new things in general.
Well,
if it has already been established, there's a reason why, in general, the Yu-Gi-Oh sealed or limited play has kind of more or less died off. Because a lot of players just go, this isn't really fun to them.
Well, create an incentive. Create that incentive.
They did. So, before we go too far, the idea was for some of the Yu-Gi-Oh Championship Series, these are big tournaments, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You would play. They flip flop between when they do one. Sometimes it'll be on day one. You're forced to play limited, and if you do well enough in limited, you then get to go into day two with your constructed deck and play it out that way. Or they mix it up. You have to do well on constructed on day one, then you play out day two with sealed.
You know what? That's a great incentive, honestly speaking. Like, imagine this. Imagine this, a 5K limited Weiss event. Player buy-in and boom.
It'll be like I assume it'll be a 2-day event.
Yeah, it'd be a 2-day event. Be like, imagine that, like a 5K. I'm like, that's pretty nice incentive there.
Obviously, it wouldn't be Booster hosted. It would be like a third-party organization.
Of course.
Hopefully not pro play games.
Well, I've heard about the drama from pro play, so well.
But anyway, that was like we have not given a rating for this. Yota hasn't done anything out of the ordinary.
Oh, I gotta find a good one. This is my only comment. Skip is my only comment.
Literally skip this card.
Yep.
But overall with Blue, you know what? While Blue does have a lot of sus stuff, I think players are definitely overlooking what Blue has to offer.
Okay. I can see why players don't like Blue as a color overall, but Blue has some amazing cards. Like, Blue has some really standout cards. Like, overall thoughts on God.
That God as a whole, it's honestly very well designed overall.
I legitimately like its design, and in terms of power level, where do you think it goes, partner?
It's not too shabby. It's definitely in the second highest tier at minimum.
Alright, well,
I could see this being quite, I would not be surprised if this thing remains relevant for the next several months at
I
minimum.
leave this in A tier. Yeah, I place this in A tier going,
Like,
yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Gavin, could you imagine this being relevant all the way to the end of this year at minimum?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
And this could be like the modern day Psychono-esque deck.
Pulls no.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be absurd. Like it plays really, it just cares about doing what it wants to do, not really trying to F the opponent over all that much, like Psychono did.
Right, I was about to say, man, no, we don't need this.
Psychono was a deck of, I'm gonna do my shenanigans while also saying F yours.
Yeah, no, that's not fair.
Where Scott goes, no, I'm gonna make some memories. We're gonna have a fun time.
Right. God is a very much more fair version of Psychono. I can get behind playing God. Psychono,
Like no.
Hina, behave yourself. Behave.
For sure. All right, so I guess with that, we'll go, end it for us here tonight. If you like this, be sure to give this a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, ring that notification bell because
this all helps the YouTube algorithm. Also, guys, we have Patreon and Coffee if you want to support us further. Greatly appreciated. All funds contributed will definitely help towards the production of these videos. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for the next set review. Oh boy, it's gonna be a spicy one.
Oh yeah, definitely. And with that, we'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.